I got a Daisy feeling. I got a Daisy feeling. Yeah.
What's going on, guys? I am Andrew Flash Gordon, and I'm joined by my co-host IMTIAZ. IMTIAZ, how you doing?
What's up? I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for
excited
asking.
today.
Yes, we are here to react to James' official teaser, Kannada. Did I say that wrong?
Kannada.
That's why I'm... one day I'll have these right. Anyways, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and smash the like button so you can let YouTube know that you are enjoying what you're watching. And without further ado, let's get into this.
Nice.
Whoa.
There are three kinds of markets in the world: open market, deep market, and dark market. It's a world mafia.
Well shot.
Yeah.
100 ಜನ ಗನ್ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಬಾಡಿಗಳಿಗಿಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ ಗನ್ ಥರ ಇರೋ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿನ ಹುಡುಕೊಡಿ. ಎದೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಾಪಾಡೋಕು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, ಎದುರಾಳಿ ಎದೆಗೆ ಬುಲೆಟ್ ನುಗ್ಸೋಕು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು.
I like that.
ಜೇವಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಅಲ್ಲೊಬ್ಬ ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್.
This is their John Wick.
Nice.
ಆನ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್.
Wow. That was sick. Oh my God.
ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಕಾಂಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋರು ಯಾರು ಗೆದ್ದಿರೋ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ನನಗೆ ಮೊದಲಿಂದನೂ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ.
Dude, that's a boss. That's a boss right there.
Yep.
I love it. Let's see if they make sure there's nothing else here. You're good.
March 17th.
Okay.
Is it out already?
I guess it must be out. I still like that trailer either way. What'd you think?
Lately, we've been seeing a lot of these, but it's been shot really well. I love the car chase sequence. Done really well. The running around along with the horses. Love that part of it.
Yeah, that was like visceral. That was just so interesting. But in general, I'm with you. I also like graphically violent, good action films, i.e. John Wick and those type of films. And this felt a little John Wick-esque. It was more of a teaser, which I like. It's like, ooh, it's just giving us a little taste of things to come. But just that, like, this guy is not to be messed with. He's some kind of invincible being. That's just the what I got from it. And the tone of it, I loved it. Again, the cinematography, I get so hooked when I see wonderful cinematography shots like that. And again, it just looks like this guy is like, not only are you going to be like action-wise invested in him, but there might be an emotional punch too. And those are my favorite kind of action stars. Like, yes, I want to see the blow him up, shoot him up. Like, that's just eye candy, of course.
Right.
But when I'm emotionally invested in these characters, it adds a different layer of element that I'm just even more invested in the action now.
And that's what one of my favorite part of South Indian films that comes from these film industries, that it's not just blowing things up or beating people up or anything like that. There's emotion attached to that.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever you got that, you got a winning formula.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it adds to the drama, it adds to the story. Are the characters fleshed out? You know, I mean, it just adds a different layer. Even if the film is terrible and you get good action sequences, okay, at least there was one layer that was good. But when you get all of it and it combines together, it's like, wow, this is so beautiful to watch and to watch it unfold. But the cinematography in this is unbelievable. One thing I do love so much about Indian films, especially action films, they're always pushing the envelope. Very similar to, I mean, sorry that I'm always playing the compare game, but it's I've watched American films my whole life, but I love Indian films, as you all know. I love like the John Wick films. They're always pushing the action in those films, and that's something I really respect and love deeply about Indian films that are, you know, in the action genre. They're always pushing the envelope. There's always sequences of action where I'm watching, I'm like, not only is that badass and so cool, the writers and the stunt team and the choreography, where did they come up with the brilliance that I could never think about this on days where I'm like, I gotta think of some amazing action sequence that maybe it's not grounded, maybe it is grounded, but I gotta think of something that's gonna be eye candy and people are gonna go wild and crazy for. And somehow, whenever I'm watching Indian cinema, they just always push the envelope. I'm like, that's incredible. I've never seen that. And that's a problem a lot of American films. That's why I bring up John Wick. They're always pushing it in a way like, oh my God, that's something I haven't seen in the first three or the first four, on all four of them. It's incredible, and that's why I respect and love so much about action-adventure Indian films. They're always pushing the envelope when it comes to the action while still maintaining a grounded, neutral, interesting story that fleshes out characters and tells us something really interesting too. There's always some interesting moral lessons in there as well. Usually a good love story with some chemistry between the two stars, but that's one thing I deeply respect about Indian action-adventure films. I love that they're always pushing the envelope and just coming up with like, where did you come up with how?
And you notice that a lot of times some of these action sequences, you won't see the same thing multiple times.
That's true.
You have a variety of choreography.
You're absolutely right, because that's a problem I see in a lot of American films and also in like video games. I remember growing up, while that might just to get into the video games, like when I'm playing a video game and like and several action sequences, I'm like, okay, this is fun, but it's repetitive.
Right.
I mean, if you are a fan of repetitiveness, that's totally cool. I'm not knocking on you. Just for me, I don't like repetitive stuff I like pushing the envelope, trying new things. Even if it doesn't work, I'm like, hey, I respect that you tried something different and new. I mean, and again, that's why I love action-adventure Indian cinema. This character looks really interesting. Like, I would assume he's
the main villain
of the film. Awesome Beetlejuice-looking suit. But yeah, no, I like the gravitas. It looks like he's got a lot of charisma. And one thing I love about good action adventures, I love contrast between the heroes and the villains, seeing the difference in their upbringings, what caused them, their motivations, what causes them to get to where they are in the story, and then obviously the eventual clash. That's always the best part. I mean, don't you think?
That's the icing of the cake.
Yeah, no, for sure. Oh, look at that.
Look at the way it's shot, like the color palette. I'm loving that. You know, it has this blue hue to it.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of, just the cinematography is fantastic in this. Again, this is why I say I get such a, and I know like everyone's like, well, there's a lot of guns. That doesn't make it John Wick. Could be the Matrix, but it's just, again, this guy who seems almost invincible. And then just from a visual perspective, there's a lot of things that remind me of John Wick. And that's not a knock on saying they're copying. Of course not. They're not copying. I'm just making a comparison. Like, I love John Wick so much, and this is a good This is a good reminder of things that it reminds me. So I don't want anyone to think I think they're copying. Of course not. This felt totally on its own and not like John Wick. So I just want to make sure that I'm making myself very clear on that. So this looks unique. I like the storyline so far and the little tease that we get, which again, I've repeated myself several times in the past. One thing I think American trailers do that is an issue, they give away too much of the storyline in trailers to the point where I'm in theaters, I'm like, I know that's about to happen because I haven't seen that and I saw that in the trailer. Okay, I know that character's not really dead. I saw that in the trailer. So, and I get it. There's a certain marketing tool to it. But another thing I love about Indian films, they know what to show you and what not to show you.
Yeah, you get just enough to get you hyped up and ready to go to the... Honestly, don't know what would be the first act, second act, or the third act of this one.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you're right. In a lot of the new trailers, they do give away a lot where you're pretty much just going in to see how it all ends.
Yeah. And obviously, this is late in the video. So for the people that have stuck around in this long in the video, IMTIAZ did say earlier the movie's coming out on March 17th. I just saw on the thing on the bottom, it said March 17th, 2022. So we're a little late to the party on this one. But yeah, either way, let us know in the comment section, did you guys, without spoiling it, of course, because maybe IMTIAZ and I will react to it if you guys think it's a worthy enough film, but what did you guys think of this film? Because I'm not going to ask you what did you think of the teaser because it's already out, but what did you guys think of the film? Do you guys think it's a good enough film that IMTIAZ and I should react to it? And yeah, would love to know your comments below. And if you haven't already, as I mentioned earlier, please hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and smash the like button so you can let YouTube know that you're enjoying what you're watching. I'm Andrew Flash Gordon. This is
IMTIAZ.
We'll see you guys next time.